Yeah, most food is fake. Like when I mean most food is fake, yeah. Actually, shout out to this communist and I keep it real, because I keep it real. Like I keep it real around here. My channels get straight to the point, no fluff. But listen, yeah, you actually, you know what? You lot should watch this other video. I actually made another video talking about when I went to America, I went New York, I went Orlando, I went Miami. And yeah, the food is all fake. Like, like when I mean the food is fake, I mean like the amount of chemicals, seed oils, rapeseed oils, preservatives, chemicals, sprays, also dextrose, MSG, all of that. Like basically they put chemicals into the food to make the food addictive. So like when you open a bag of Doritos, have you ever just eaten one Dorito and then put the bag back? No, no one's doing that. Like as soon as you open the bag, you need to finish the bag or at least eat half the bag. You can't just eat one Dorito and then put it back. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna eat more. It's like it's because they put in chemicals to get you addicted so that you eat more food. Like food is a business. At the end of the day, if you think about it, food is a business. Like everything in life is a business. But imagine if you have a food company, like you make Doritos. Like I'm not trying to target Doritos, but I mean like you make food, you make crisps, you make chocolates, you make sweets, you make like potato chips, whatever. You make food, right? You want people to be addicted to your food because they will buy more food. It's the basic business. Like if you sell brownies, think about it. When you're in your house here and you make brownies in your house, right, with flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, cocoa powder, you make like brownies in your house. If you put that in your fridge, after like 2, 3 days, it will go bad. You know what I mean? But the ones in the shop will be there in a plastic bag for like 10 days. You know what I mean? So obviously they put preservatives into the food because they want you to keep eating the food. It's a bit common sense. Like everyone kind of knows this, but when they say you should really cook your own foods, you should really make your own foods, it's the same. Like there's a test, right? If you get like cheese, those like pieces of cheese they give you in the shop, and you burn it, if it burns and it's giving like a plastic smell or like a chemical smell, it's because of the amount of preservatives in that cheese. And then they wonder why everyone's getting cancer. They wonder why so many people are getting cancer. Oh, I've never smoked, I've never drank, and oh, my cousin got cancer, or like my neighbor got cancer. And it's like, yeah, but people are getting cancer because the food, it's clearly the food. Because if you're not smoking and you're not drinking and you're not doing other substances, but then you're eating, everybody's got to eat. They put the chemicals into the food because they want you to get addicted to the food, and also because it makes the food cheaper to make. Like if you think about it logically, it makes it cheaper to make. Like if you selling natural tomatoes, by the time it gets to the shop, by the time they put it on the shelf, it's going to expire. So you need preservatives in order to preserve it, which makes sense. It makes sense. But at the same time, when it comes to preservatives, there should be checks on what type of preservatives, what kind of preservatives. You know what I mean? Because even me, like I've eaten fruit in tropical countries and the fruit tasted so good, and then I've had fruit where you can tell it's laced in something, or they've sprayed it with something, or there's something been put on it. That's what they always say. Like even with strawberries, if you put strawberries into like a bowl of water, put a little bit of baking soda, and you'll see a lot of the dirt start to come off the strawberries. Or wash it in lemon. They also say you can wash things in lemon. That's what I do with my chicken. When I'm cooking chicken, I always wash it in lemon. Like you got to wash your chicken. Come on, guys. If you're not washing your chicken, I don't know what you're doing. Actually, one of my boys went to his house. He didn't wash the chicken. I'm not eating that, bro. Like, if you're not washing it, I don't know what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? Also, Kamala Harris, who's black's telling you don't wash your chicken. Yeah, I don't know. She's lost, man. She's lost. But my point is, nah, seriously, nah, wash your chicken, wash your fruit, all of this, because you don't know what kind of preservative. Like that's a way of preventing it. Obviously, I know people peel apples. I've seen that. Like people peel the apple skin and then they just eat the apple because they're like, oh, they put preservatives onto the skin. They put wax on the apples, which I know they do. If you get a little knife and you scrape an apple, you can see some of like the wax come off. So you got to be a bit careful when it comes to foods and stuff. Always wash your foods. Always make sure you double wash your foods. Always cut. Like even for me, like one time I was actually making pancakes, one of my mates, yeah. And she was like, oh, like, just put the strawberries on. I'm like, nah, I need to cut into each strawberry. And then we cut into one and there was a worm inside. I'm like, see, if I just put that strawberry on, you would have never known. So I'm saying you always need to cut in your foods, always check your vegetables, always do these things because, there's a lot of preservatives and chemicals going into the foods. Like, read the back of the labels, like, actually read what is in the food. Like, if you're seeing like 20 chemicals of scientific chemicals and you don't know what they are, think about that. Like, just deep that. Like, actually, let me get my fizzy drink right here. I've got a fizzy drink right here. And it says at the back, it's got sugar, E211, E330. It's got 26 grams of sodium. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm saying. You got to really check your stuff, guys. Like, come on now. Like, I'm not saying don't drink fizzy drinks, don't eat, like, whatever you want, but be careful with what you eat. And I know they'll say, oh, but, like, organic's expensive. Organic's expensive. Yeah, but if you go to, like, a local butcher's, you can get, like, a kilo of meat cheaper. Like, you get the kilo of meat from the butcher. Like, don't go to the like supermarket. You can go to like the local butcher guy and get it from there, or go to the local markets and get the honey. Like the honey from local markets is 10/10. I did that in Turkey, so nice. The honey is real honey, super thick, super nice. It doesn't just taste like sugar. You know what I mean? But that's my point. Like when it comes to the food, obviously they're putting like vegetable oils and seed oils and canola oils, and they're putting like a bunch of like MSG chemicals, where it's like, you know, salt chemicals. So it's basically a mix of salt, fat, and sugar. If you get the right mix of salt, fat, and sugar, you can make anything taste great. And that's basically how most foods are engineered, is because they want you to buy more food. It's a business. It's a food business. It's eat as much as you can, so then you get addicted, and then buy out Ozempic and take a shot so you can lose the weight. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy how food companies are actually sponsoring those, because people are going to lose weight, but then when they're not on it, they're going to gain weight, and then they buy more food, and it's a complete cycle of just keep buying and buying and buying. You think about back in the day, people weren't really snacking like that, but people snack now constantly. So, you know, like I said, be careful what you eat. Be careful what you put into your body. Because I've been to parts of Africa where they literally just have breakfast, lunch, dinner, no snacks, no. If they're hungry, they'll eat dinner. If they're hungry, they'll eat breakfast. If they're hungry, they'll wait for lunch and eat lunch. They don't even have snacks like that. Like, snacks is more of a cultural thing that got brought into Europe and America to get people to buy more and consume more. So always be careful with that. You know what I mean? Even back in the day, you can Google this. Back in the day, you weren't allowed to actually eat in cinemas, and then they brought in popcorn and they brought in snacks and they brought in these things to get people like eating something. You know what I mean? Watching something wasn't enough. You need to eat something whilst you're watching something. So, you know, but appreciate the comment, by the way, guys. I'm gonna put a link to the other American video in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and you lot take care. Put a comment in the video, and then I'll put you in my next video.